なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. Massive version update 6.0.0 is here. We got a whole big newsletter here. There is one part of this that I want to go over that may drastically shape the future of this game. But we'll quickly go over what they noted here. So first thing, CC, because of the large update, which is great. They talked about this before where they're suspending older devices, overhaul the game UI. I do like this look. I like how clean it is. I think the icons having color would have been great, but otherwise I much appreciate this revamped look to the game. Legends underwent a complete UI overhaul. This update simplifies access to tons of content, which we've been expanding since the game's initial release. Play through all the content and experience everything the new and improved Legends has to offer, which is great. They talked about this before as well, streamlining the boost system. The soul boost system has been removed to help streamline the character upgrade process and improve playability. Stat boosts and abilities added via soul boosting will now be gained as a character levels up. So now you just got to get them to 5,000. For Zenkai Awakening, you only need to obtain Awakening Z power in order to gain the benefits of your character's Awakening rank. Character stats and abilities remain unchanged. This has been great as well, just because Zenkai souls are not very abundant. Having to exchange different metals and rare resources in order to get enough has always been a pain. So this is great. Souls have been revised to coincide with the removal of soul boosts. The existing Rising Soul, Super Souls, and Zenkai Souls have been discontinued and replaced with the new Boost Souls. We saw this in the previous breakdown. They go up to 3 levels, and it sounds like there is 3 separate stages for them. I hate that. I find that really stupid. It should have just been a single stage thing. Boost Souls can be used for equipment upgrades and arts boosts. You can trade Rising Souls, Super Souls, and Zenkai Souls for the Boost Souls at the Recycle Center. If you have Soul Refill packs, please use them before the exchange period. Battle adjustments. This to me is insane. Number 1, adjustments to swiping while charging ki. Previously, when performing an evasive maneuver while charging ki, you had to release your finger and then quickly swipe, which made the operation complicated. To alleviate this, you can now swipe without lifting your finger off the screen to evade while charging ki. That's interesting, but it's really the other ones that I think are crazy. Tap action power adjustment. So to increase the power of tap shots and tackles, it's this right here. Combo penalty adjustment. In order to keep excessive combos in check, we have increased the penalties applied to card draw speed and key recovery during a combo. When the penalty reaches its maximum, in addition to card draw and natural key recovery stopping, sub counts for characters on standby will stop too. Think about how insane that is. In order to prevent people from swapping over and over again to extend their combo potential, they made it so that the sub count of the characters you swapped out of will not drop if you have an extended combo. The implications of that are insane. I don't know what the maximum penalty is. I can't recall when it is in that combo, but this to me screams there will no longer be any 99 plus combos in the game ever again. This stops it. Card draw and key recovery stopping, so you will no longer draw cards and you will no longer gain key. This was already a thing. That's why people having green cards, key on entry, card on entry, whatever, was a pain, like Green Super Saiyan 3 Goku, transforming Vegeta Blue, like those characters. But the final nail in the coffin is the fact that their sub counts will not tick down if the combo goes for too long, meaning that that character you are currently stuck with, you're not with the natural card draw stopping and key recovery stopping, your combo will be forced out of the game. This, depending on who you ask, is a great change or a bad change. In some instances you would combo as long as you possibly could, just so that you could swap out to another character. Like if your opponent has 3 characters and you got 2, you would have no choice but to combo in the hopes that you could go to your other character. You have 1 less vanish. But when it's like a 3v3 scenario and the guy's got Ultra Majin Vegeta, transforming Vegeta Blue and Green Super Saiyan 3 Goku, then yes, you'll be stuck in an infinite combo loop. We'll have to see in game how impactful this is, but my only concern with this change is it's too blanket sweep. I feel like there are instances where the things that they nerf aren't, you know, because they're tackling the thing that's going on, like the backfloating nerf. Not every backflow is you being passive. Sometimes you have to back up if your opponent has like an AoE green. If your opponent, if there's no reason for you to be close range, it's not constantly you just going back a bit, but you're now penalized from that proper play now that you lose Vanish. My worry about this is for people that are already boxed in the corner and they got a combo in order to get to the next character, now they won't be able to work with that strategy. Now it's like, okay, if you swap out infinitely, you're screwed. Which also means characters that have sub-count manipulation are going to be the most important. Because if you're a character where, let's say, you minus your sub-counts by 5, in 5 timer counts, you probably will not hit the maximum combo penalty. But maybe in 8, 9, 10 timer counts, you will. Sorry, maybe 8 timer counts you will, aka you won't be able to swap out from somebody else. So I think characters are going to be shaped around this to make it more impactful. We can already see it. Ku, Du, Daima setup, Dragon Ball setup, tons of sub-count manipulation, probably to work around this. This does not affect card draw, key recovery, or sub-count reduction caused by abilities. Exactly. Very interesting. Expanding held arts card. To allow for more strategic decks, arts cards held by standby members can now be included in the deck. Only one special move card and one special arts card can be added this way. What they mean by this is the characters on... arts cards held by standby members can now be included in the deck. So even the characters on your support bench, I assume? I guess that is a good thing, because how many times have you guys fought Ultra Majin Vegeta and you somehow ended up with 4 blast cards, even though you're a hyper strike-oriented team? Cool. Character balance adjustments. Following character starter ability damage guards have been increased. Demon King Piccolo goes from 130 to 160, which is very good. And then Tambourine goes from 110 to 140. The only issue with Demon King Piccolo, it was never so much the tanking. It's just they went back on their philosophy so early on. This was their timeline. Okay, we released Ultra Majin Vegeta, the festival characters, Ultra Turles, and the like. We have way too many combos going on in the game. We're going to release a hyper disruptive tag to just wipe the floor with those characters so that they're gone. That's what Daima was. Daima is, by design, meant to nuke out everyone before them because they made a mistake with their kits. Then, slowly, they were going to pull back the disrupt from the characters, add in higher multipliers, and then gradually the shift would be, we don't need as much disrupt, everyone simply has higher multipliers. The meta of the past will be washed away like waves coming on a beach. Here's the problem. When Dragon Ball dropped, they just straight up, they just went right for it. It wasn't gradual at all. There was virtually no disrupt on that team. It went from Daima's crazy crap to Dragon Ball having virtually nothing to stop a combo. And in their own posts, they said, we don't want to be too rapid with it. Otherwise, what's going to happen is you're going to have a character with a lot of damage inflicted and a lot of tanking. But because they don't have a way to stop combos, you basically get whooped for 180 timer counts. Sorry, Legends, that's literally what you did. Demon King Piccolo and Tambourine, I mean, the problem now is they thought, oh, Demon King Piccolo isn't tanking enough. But 160% damage guard is now he's just going to get death by 2,000 cuts. The guy is just going to get beat up for a long time. So it was never the damage guard issue. It was the disrupt of the characters. So that kind of stinks. I wish they saw that. Oh well. The increase to Demon King Piccolo's damage guard value was applied early on the 7th. Okay. What else do we got here? Character acquisition, Z Goku missions. We already saw these before. This is from the anniversary, all those different parts. Beginner missions. Very cool. You get many exclusive characters here. There's maybe like only 1 or 2 that are actually good here. Go for it. Intermediate missions. It's always crazy to be seeing characters that were part of like anniversary banners being given for free like this, especially some of these being so recent. You know, like seeing the 6-year anniversary headliners just thrown in there as like, oh, here you go. This is now something you can get for free is crazy. We have also added Z power for these 3 characters. Obviously, everyone is going to be going for this guy, assuming they care about Daima, just because his Zenkai, he is one of the best characters in the game. He got such an early Zenkai, had such a decent kit, and then the guy would just nuke you down. So no surprise, everyone's going for him. Event exclusive character events. We plan to hold new limited time events in the future as a way to obtain the Z power for event limited characters that was available in events that have ended, full power metal exchange shop, and the rare metal exchange shop, which is good. Job adjustments, they've replaced all these things. Daily login bonus changes. It's still not entirely clear for everyone what this is, just because not everyone would choose the 10cc. They'll go for other things, but I don't know. It sounds like the choice for everyone now is fixed on 10cc. Either way. Raid event award adjustments. Raid event damage rewards have been removed to help speed up screen transition times. We plan to increase rewards elsewhere to make up for the lost damage rewards. I hope this is actually the case. It's very easy for you to throw an asterisk to say we're going to replace this elsewhere and then just do nothing with it. We already saw this. We saw the new banner change in the previous breakdown about how they changed this. We said that, oh, the 2 future characters don't have a Zenkai Awakening. We saw this and we said, holy crap, how is it that we saw the, I said Evoken needed a power up, and that it's still crazy that you know, Super Vegeta was in there. Super Master Packs, same thing, 6-year anniversary characters are up there even though they have a low draw rate. This is the same. Energy tickets and energy tanks can no longer be exchanged for. Requirements to unlock certain events and content have been unlocked. Bonus battle EXP has ended, but they crossed it out. Updated various data for the content. This is all to say, I think their adjustments to the battle system is the most important thing. So their changes to stop infinite combos continue to grow. I know it was a necessary change. I said this so many times last year. This can't continue. You have to stop this. I think this is great. My only worry is if they go too crazy with all of this, right? Legends seems to keep working in extremes. It either has infinite combo meta or nobody can get more than 1 card in. There's nothing in between. I hope they just, you know, the phrase "I want to play the game" applies both ways. If you're getting comboed forever, you can't play. And if I can only get 1 card in, I'm not playing. So I hope they find a healthy middle ground, especially with the anniversary coming, and guaranteed all those characters are going to be insane. Let's just hope this philosophy of maintaining balance with characters being strong but not obnoxious makes its way through. But guaranteed, if that Ultra drops, and that's not the case, who knows? If you ask me, Ultra Beast and Ultra Cell, despite how powerful they are not anything like Ultra Majin Vegeta, UG4, and everyone prior to that. They are more manageable and less headache-inducing. I just hope that's going to be the case with whatever the Anniversary Ultra is. Either way, you let me know in the comment section below what you think. Maintenance is going to end in a few minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and take a look at the Android 18, who I think is just a bench, and more importantly, get a chance to look at the game UI. But until then, guys, peace.